Hey, 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 welcome back to the greatest show on earth, or at least on this channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris M. Walker. I'm the CEO and founder of Legiit.com and other cool things. And today we're going to be talking about Google Maps and how to rank in Google Maps and some easy things that we have put together for you here at Legiit to do that simply, easily, and just pushing a few buttons and following a few steps and continue to get good results. Now, if you are watching this in the future and this part has not yet been edited out, you're going to want to skip ahead until probably the 10-minute mark or so, because we're going to do some interactive stuff and give some people some time to show up and get on and things like that. So it's not going to make a lot of sense if you're not here live. And that's okay. I mean, you're dead to me for not being here live, but yeah. So anyway, there are a few folks on. I was a little bit late getting the notifications out for this today, so it may take a little bit for people to show up, which, is a little disappointing, but also understandable. It is, at least here in the United States, a holiday tomorrow. So some people might be out doing holiday things. Wisdom marketing. Hey, Chris, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Anyway, we're going to do some giveaways here in just a second. We'll probably start that in like 3 or 4 minutes once I've determined how many people are actually going to be here. And then we will get into today's training and today's, excuse me, today's video, whatever. I promise I will get better with the words as this goes on. And I'm just going to send out a notification. And then we'll continue to go. Nee says, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Nee. I haven't talked to you in so long. Brian, what's up, Brian? Says, hey, Chris, another former pizza winner. Shannon says, hey, hello, Shannon. Greg Bukovats says, words, we all struggle, bro. Facts, my G. Official Fall Guy GT says hello. Smart Daddy, another regular here on the channel. The Curse of Live Cast Vids, happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you, you too. Usually once I get warmed up, I can do pretty good. But, that's interesting. The Legiit channel has been getting a lot more viewers lately. Wonder what's going on with that. Anyhow, yeah, usually once I get warmed up, I can do well. But it does take me a second to get in the zone. Rafad says, hey, boss. Hey, hello, Rafad. Supreme SEO. I spent some time with Craig Campbell in Chiang Mai, and he had a lot of great things to say about you. He mentioned you in his presentation again. Anik, Mikael SEO. Hello, Mikael. Ashish Singh over on LinkedIn. Hello, Ashish. All right, folks, we'll wait another 2 minutes and then we'll do our first giveaway. And then I'm going to do an actual walkthrough and training. And I'm going to not answer any questions during that time because I want my editor to get a clean edit of it so I can package it as a video and hopefully rank you for it. So you didn't really ask, but Maruf, what's up, my G? I'm going to stop saying that now. Another LinkedIn folk. Fatoki. Hello, Fatoki. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I did my best. Let me go ahead and get set up while we're doing that. Let's see. Shop. And stream. Giveaway. And all right. And you know what else I'm going to do is send this over to my channel, whatever you call that, like thing that we have on Facebook. Tyler says, hello, boss. Alexis says, hey, Chris. Official Fall Guy says, subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We're going to be trying to do live streams every day for the rest of 2025. Anytime I've ever committed to something like that, I've fallen short, but I will do my best. I promise. Ooh, did I start the Instagram one? Because you have to click another button to make Instagram work, which is dumb. All right. We're also on Instagram today. We'll see if that does any good. And let me just send this message out, and then we'll get into the giveaway, which is a great way for me to hand out our merch and to get more of my favorite thing in the whole world, attention. All right. I don't know what it is that makes people think it's okay to like point stuff like that out, but thank you for your concern. Jacqueline, hello, Jacqueline. Howard says, how are you today? I'm good. How are you? Bro, I'd appreciate if you could maybe move on from the topic of my lips. Okay? Thank you. Yash says, hey, I'm back. Hello, Yash. All right. So, all right, let me go share my screen and we'll get into it. We're going to give away some free shit. Where is it? Share screen, window, share. Kingston Grove says, hey. Jacqueline says she's doing okay. Tyler says, sir, I'm beginner. You legit platform. I try my best, but I can't get an order. Can you help me, boss? That means that nobody wants what you're offering. So you're going to have to work on what you're offering and making it look better. All right, you're out of here. All right. So let's see. Kingston Grove says, hey, hello, Kingston Grove. The Virgin Law Firm says, hi, all. Hello, the Virgin Law Firm. I still use them, but I don't use them on camera anymore because they wouldn't give me a brand deal. And so I didn't want to give them any more free advertising. All right. We are here at the Legiit merch store where you can get legit merch, t-shirts, magnets, stickers, a Katy Perry lookalike, but not like the hat itself. And lots of other great stuff. And what I'm going to do here in just a minute, I don't know why that is. Instagram doesn't really work right. I don't really like the way it works, if I'm being honest. But anyway, let's go ahead and give away a piece of merch. And what I'm going to ask you to do is type in the comments or in the chat the term maps, a legit punching bag. Well, I already have Georgie. If possible, share your thoughts how to rank multiples. Follow along with what I'm doing, and it should work for you. And we'll let this go for 5 minutes, so that'll be till 12:14. And then we'll choose a winner, and then I'm going to get right into what we're going to talk about today. And we are competing for a piece of legit merch of your choice. Yesterday's winner was Imamo. I don't think he's here, although he said he was going to be. But we've had lots of great winners in the past. While we're doing that, let's see. All right. Wisdom Marketing. Tachi says, "Hey, Chris." Hello, Tachi. Pretty good turnout today. Actually, really good turnout, which it started slow, but folks starting to roll in now. LinkedIn busier than usual. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone that celebrates it, and happy Wednesday and Thursday to everyone else. Joe Burgos says, "Hello, Chris. Hope all is well. I hope all is well with you too." Mars Lynn, who is Webidoo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right on Legiit. Great service. Pardeep, Mohammed, Juan Mesa. Really pleased with the turnout today. More services. Always good to see you. That's Alexander, right? Personally, I want to get some of this merch because I didn't even know some of this existed. And I'm not even like making that up. Chris double dipping to try to get the W. We got about 2 minutes remaining. Yeah, that's what I said, Alexander. Yes, I thought that was you. Great customer of mine. Always appreciate your business. Will this be playable afterwards? Have clients who need the service? Yeah, absolutely. Wherever you're watching this now, you'll be able to watch it in the future, and you'll also be able to watch it on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook. I don't know if Instagram stays afterwards or not, but it's probably not a great experience on Instagram anyway. Chris will now own Instagram too. I doubt it. This is a comment from Instagram. I really doubt it because I cannot figure out how to crack Instagram to save my fucking life. To be honest, I am just not cut out for short form video. I will try Legiit Clock at my new home and office, says Yash. My guy. Got 28. Can we get it up to 30? We got about a minute left. I don't know exactly how much because the Windows 11 clock doesn't show you the seconds. I want my US website to rank higher, even though I'm not based in the US. Well, the good news is that doesn't matter. So just do the right stuff and it'll work. Let's get one more in there. Chris triple dipping. Aaron, who has had a wonderful day on Legiit, probably made himself, or the last 24 hours, about $5,000, if I had to guess, because he did the work. All right, just a few seconds left. And then we will choose our winner. Hello, Local Marketing Plus. Good to see you again. All right, and time. You can stop saying maps now. Hopefully I don't win. That's happened before. And the winner is Saeed Ahmed, who is Saeed, I don't know, Quadum or something like that on Legiit. Congratulations, my friend. For calling you. Who the fuck is calling me? Should I answer this live? Yeah, let's answer this spam call live. Hello?
Hey, is this Chris?
Yes, who's calling?
My name is Sam. I'm just calling you from Nemea Boxing Gym. It looks like you put your information in for us to give you a call.
Yeah, can I give you a call back? I was just on another call.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, thank you. Hey, bye. Bye. That was an actual call. Now I feel bad. Anyway, congratulations, Saeed. Yeah. I lost my train of thought because I feel bad because I had an actual call for once in my fucking life, and I thought it was going to be spam. So anyway, yes, yeah, pick a piece of merch that you want and then go over to Legit Support and tell them that you won and tell them if it's a size, what size you need, and the mailing address, and they will get that right out to you. And you can't see my screen because I'm all flustered. There we go. All right. All right, enough of that. So coming up, I'm going to walk you through today's topic, and the I'm not going to answer any questions while I'm doing that because I want my editor who is watching. So thank you, Tachi, to be able to get like a clean edit of this so I can have it start right at the beginning of where I'll just say so in just a second. And then that way I'll answer all the questions at the end, but I don't want it to look like this was a live stream, even though it was. So what I'm going to be doing is walking you through a guide that I have here right on everybody's Legit account on how to rank in Google Maps. It's also for local SEO for Google Organic, but that doesn't really get that much traffic anymore, unfortunately. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to throw this in the chat for you, is go to this address, legit.com/dashboard/guides. And you're going to see two guides in there for now and then more coming soon. But the one that you want is the Small Business Owner's SEO Survival Guide. And this is my complete guide to ranking in local and organic and everything. So 1 second. So go ahead and start the edit here. All right, so what we're going to be talking about today is how to rank in Google Maps anywhere in your city, as well as local SEO, but we're going to be focusing on the Google Maps portion of it. And what you're going to want to do is come up to, if you're not a member of Legit, you're going to sign up and you're going to register, and then you're going to go to legit.com/dashboard/guides. And you're going to find two growth guides in here, maybe more in the future, but for now, there's these two. There's the growth guide, and then there's the Small Business Owners SEO Survival Guide. Now, what this is based on is a guide that I wrote roughly a year ago on how to rank in Google Maps. It's my entire process that I've learned over the last 12 years, and it works repeatedly. If you watch my YouTube channel, you'll know that in the past, I did a live stream, or excuse me, a case study live stream showing step-by-step how this worked and got results really quickly. And what I've done was go ahead and build that directly into the to Legit for you. So everyone will have access to it and can walk through it one step at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And I've zoomed in some so you can see me properly. But you'll see here, it's going to have and I'll just collapse all these so we can walk through the overview of them. But it's broken down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Getting ready, month number 0, which is kind of the work you do before the work. Building the foundation, month number 1. Building the frame, month number 2. And finishing the house, month number 3 and beyond. And then there's a bonus section with some extra techniques as well. So we're going to start right at the beginning, and I'm just going to go through the Google Maps portion today, but you can go through the entire guide and get good results just by replicating this. So first of all, it's set up the Legit AI dashboard, which is kind of what we're looking at right now. It's all these tools built in, and I've got it zoomed in, so it's a little bit hard to see, but we need to work on the scaling on that. But that's all the tools that we have built in here. So you need to set up your campaign. You can see I have one set up, Home Remodeling Pueblo, which was the case study that I did earlier in the year. So if you need to know how to do that, you can just click here and it'll walk you through it. Once that's done, and I'll include a video link to a video in there as well if you need help with that. But once that's done, you can just click this and it crosses it out. Next, you're going to set up Google Search Console. If you don't know how to do that, it links to a YouTube video that shows you how. Once that's done, cross it out. Then you'll set up Google Analytics. Once there's a video that shows you how to do that. I'll just click on that so you can kind of see it. It'll open in a new tab. Eventually, I'm going to get that to open in a pop-up instead, so you don't have to leave the site. Look at that handsome devil. And then you're just going to click that when it's done. Next up is Local Dominator. Now, this is a software that is designed to help track, not help, but to track in track Google Maps ranking by creating a nice heat index for you, a nice grid in a circle. And this will take you over to register for that. There's a special Legiit price on that. Once you have that set up, and you can just click on that and it'll take you over to it. And this is just the prep work. So, this part's not super interesting. That's why I'm kind of breezing through it, but you'll set that up. And then once it's done, you'll do that. Now you need to do some keyword research, and you'll see if you expand this, it kind of tells you what to do. It's going to tell you what you need and so on. And then it says you can also ask ChatGPT. So I gave you a prompt here that is in ChatGPT that will show you exactly how to go about ranking how to get your keyword research done. You can copy this yourself and just plug in your details, or what you can do is use a couple of the services I recommend. I link over to 2 different keyword research services that I like. And these will give you the keywords that you're going to target for your Google Maps campaign. Again, this isn't something I can really go in depth on. This is mostly just prep and setup, and it's mostly straightforward. But once those are done, you check those off, and congrats, you now have month number 0 done. And you can see it'll tell you your overall progress on both at the module level and in the overall progress level. Now we get into the good stuff. Not that the prep isn't good stuff. And you'll notice there's some instruction at the beginning. You can read. It tells you exactly what we're going to do, what we're going to focus on. And then the first one is on-page SEO. On-page SEO is probably the one thing in SEO that sounds exactly like it is. And a lot of people make this a lot more complicated than it is. In most cases, than they need to. And in most cases, you just don't need to do that. But if you go through this, it'll tell you exactly what we do. And we have a video here that will walk you through exactly how to do on-page SEO. And that'll link out to my YouTube channel with an on-page SEO video. And I needed a haircut badly there. Oh, come on. And it'll tell you the exact things that you need to do too. So just follow the video, follow these steps. And when you're done, check it off. Next is the Audit on-page SEO tool, which is going to show you, which is mentioned in this video. And it's just a tool that you can use that's right here in your dashboard, by the way, to help you figure out exactly how to optimize your page. And you can see this one is not done well because it's been changed a lot, but it'll tell you how much word count, the keyword on the page, keyword density, whether the keyword is in the URL, and lots of other things. And what you're going to want to do is try to get all of those as close to optimal as makes sense. So once you've done that and you've implemented the on page, you can do that. Now, if you don't want to do this yourself and you prefer to get somebody to do it for you, I've recommended an on-page SEO service here from Rank Zenith, Amit, who does a wonderful job. And he has a Black Friday discount on it too. So 50% off with BF 2025. So now is a great time to jump on this. And that's going to be the case for a lot of these services. So, and then there's also an internal linking service that he has that you can do that, have him do that for you as well. And I believe there's a discount on that as well, probably the same discount. And it's not on the page, but I'm sure it's there. Next is the most important part of this entire thing. This is your Google Business Profile setup. Now, I'm assuming that in this guide that you already have a Google business. If you don't, it's pretty straightforward on how to set one up. You just go to google.com/business and follow the prompts. It may ask for different verification. It's different every single time. But in here is a video, and it's a pretty long video because this is a pretty lengthy process, but it walks you through step by step how to do every single thing that you need to do to properly optimize your your Google Business Profile, including setting all of the different properties, what to set them as, reviews, the whole shebang. There's a step-by-step walkthrough in there. Once that's done, you can check that off. Or again, if you want to get somebody to do it for you, here is a link to a great service from my friend Frankie, who says relax. No, Frankie Soroka, and he will do that for you. Next up is off-page SEO. Now, this is pretty in-depth. I have a pretty lengthy process for building a foundation. This is more for organic SEO, though. So for now, at least, well, no, I guess not. At least the citations, you're going to need to do these. So let me just skip over all of those except for citations. But you're going to want to do all of these for your organic SEO. But for local SEO, the important one is citations. And the main things to get right here are to fill out everything that they give you, sure. But the main things to get right are the name of the business, the address, the telephone number, and the website. I don't have that bulleted there, but that's important too. So you're going to fill those out exactly the same every single time. It's important not only for Google Maps to understand it better, but it's also important just for people to be able to find you properly, you know? So go through, you can either manually do those, and it does give you, there's a list linked here somewhere that will show you how to do it. There's a video that will walk you through it. And then there's a couple of services here that will do it for you as well, if you prefer. So citations are really, really important. And again, if you forget any of this, this is, you just go to this guide. You know, anybody with a legit account has access to this. And I'll give this link to everybody that's watching. But there's the citation service, and then there's some more of these are all for organic local, but you should do them anyway because it just helps build out the entity, particularly the social media profiles. It helps build out your entity and gives you a better chance of ranking. So do that too. And then guest posting is more for organic. But once you've done all of these steps, gone through the training, implemented it, and use the services, whichever route you want to go, you just go through and check it off. Oh, and then the last one is Google Posts. Now, Google Posts are when you go to your Google business profile, it has a sort of social media component to it. You don't use it like a social media component. You use it for offers and things on your business that people will buy or use to contact you. And you can just click that when it's done. There's a good service here, or you can just do them yourself, whichever you prefer. And then you should be done with month number 1. This is the absolute most bulk of the work. That's why I have it broken down into steps with training on each individual thing for you. And this just works. Like I've gotten results after results after results for this. And I'm currently working on a campaign to dominate the homes remodeling niche everywhere in the United States. So let's read less. So you can see now month number 2 is done, or month number 1, excuse me. And we are at 32%, about a third of the way done. There's not a lot to do for maps in month number 2. Schema, you're going to want to implement that. There is a training, I believe. Yes, a training on that. Or there's a great service from my friend Manadip, or another one from Alexis here that can do it for you. So either just use this tool that I have linked right here to do it, or hire one of them to do it for you and get that done. It should only take, if you do it yourself, it'll take a few minutes. If you want better, you can hire them. It'll get done fast, or you can get done more thoroughly, not faster, I should say. You can do a press release as well, Alexis, and you can do any of these 3 that I have linked here, or I guess 4. There's a video on them, and then 3 different services that I use, one from 38 Digital Marketing, one from Spine PR, and one from SEO Booster. Those help a little bit with Google Maps. In my experience, they only help indirectly, but it's still worth doing. This is for organic. This is for organic. This is for organic. This is for organic. And this is for organic. Google Maps section for this. Now, there's a lot of different things in here that I have, and I have you outsourcing all of them because they're tedious and boring and just not worth doing yourself. And plus, I don't know how to do them well enough to, excuse me, I don't know how to do them well enough to show you how to do it thoroughly. So I recommend that you outsource all of them. So I explain that here. Once you read that, you can check it done. Do them in the order that they're listed here and only as needed. So what I mean by that is if you do one of these and you're ranking, don't go down to the next one. If you aren't, then you can just keep going down the list, or you can just get fancy and do them all at once. There's quite a few of them in here. And to make it easier on you, what I've done is create what's called a cart bundle. So what this will do is actually add all of those to your cart on Legiit in a single click. So that'll make your life even easier, and it'll do one of my favorite things, which is give you a chance to give me money. So there's that. And then I recommend you do some more Google posts. Again, Google posts are kind of like social media posts, but you should only focus on stuff that you want people to buy. In my experience, they don't work well if you just do like value. So there's that. And once you get through these 3 months, most of the time, unless you have a really messed up like GMB or super competitive niche, you're probably going to already be ranking at least in the top like 4 or 5, if not the top 3 or top 1. Then you're going to move on to month number 3. And let's take a look at, we're now 62% of the way done. Now, truth told, you can do all 0, 1, and 2 all in a couple of days if you really want to. So I just have it broken out that way for people that are going to be offering this to clients, or for people that are just need more step-by-step, or they're more conservative or whatever. Now we're going to move on to month number 3, which I'll expand. And I explain here how a lot of this, you'll get most of your ranking done if you follow this process to month number 3, but sometimes it takes more, sometimes it takes less. Most of what is in here is for organic. You don't really need to do this for Google Maps. If you want, I'll come back tomorrow, and because yes, I am going to be doing one of these tomorrow and go through the organic process. But I have a bunch of guest post services and a bunch of niche edit services in here. I think I labeled them wrong, so I'll have to check that out. And then PBN link services. These are really the heavy hitters to move your organic ranking. They won't do a lot for your Google Maps ranking, which is what we're talking about today. Here are some questions on link building. It looks like the formatting got messed up, so I'll have to clean that up a little bit. And then other stuff you can do. Well, this is just more organic stuff, so you can skip that for now. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow and go through the organic portion of it. But I want to leave some time for questions at the end here today. So Google Maps for month number 3, the only thing you really want to do is the same stuff as month number 1 is Google Posts, and add some traffic manipulation, which I will have in here somewhere as well. Oh yeah, which is linked right here, which is for Mars/Webidoo, who is on or was on just a little while ago. So that's kind of the last part of it. By this point, almost unless you're in a ridiculously competitive niche or there's something wrong with your GMB, you're going to be able to rank pretty well for most everything. And here's kind of some final thoughts. And again, I guess I need to clean up the formatting on this. And there's the Google Post service again. Now, here's the bonus section. There's some stuff in here that will really help. For example, creating content clusters with our content cluster tool will help you a lot. I have it listed under blogging, but it's really creating topical authority and content clusters to make your entity more relevant to your topic and your niche and so on. Bonus number 2, this one works really, really well for Google Maps. So do not sleep on this one. There's a great service linked here for it too. A really hidden gem here on Legiit. I call them power pages. They're basically pages that talk about stuff to do where you live, and then they they link over to your location pages or to your GMB, and they really, really get good results. So don't sleep on that. I believe there's a video in there on how to do it. If not, I'll go back and add that. But there's also a service there that will show you how to do it. So definitely do that for your GMB, especially if you are if you're having trouble like breaking through. So lots of folks on today. I appreciate you guys being here. But power pages are like just a real hidden gem of a technique. I initially learned this from my friend Scott. Page 1 domination shows you how to rank all of these other things: your LinkedIn Pulse, your Google business listing, your Yelp, your Facebook, a YouTube video, a subreddit you make, a LinkedIn Pulse, all these other things. And it helps you take over page 1 so nobody else gets any leads except for you. That may sound a little bloodthirsty or cutthroat or whatever you want to call it, but it isn't. This is just business. So this is going to show you exactly how to go about that and some services to help with that as well. So check that out. That one doesn't want to check. There we go. Tiered link building, and this is more for organic, but it's still powerful. And then I have a complete outsourcing guide. So if you click this will take you over to a Google Doc that shows you everything that I have listed in here. Maybe it's just easier for some folks to find stuff that way. And then there's a glossary in here. If you, if you don't know what the terms mean, it kind of defines all of those for you. And that's pretty much it. That's baked right into Legiit for you. All the services, all of the tutorials, everything you need to rank in Google Maps anywhere in your city. So if you do this, you're going to get incredible results. Let me see if my local dominator account still has that in it. I'll show you some of the results I got. Now, unfortunately, the GMB that I created for the case study that I did here on the channel got suspended, as it should have, because it was fake as hell. It was like done in a black hat way. Oh. Where is it? Scans. No. Why is it not letting me? Oh, crap. Here we go. Let's see. Not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've used this, and I'm struggling to find my way around a little bit. Yes. So you can see we got great results for just the naked term home remodeling in Pueblo, which is a city with, I think, around 100,000 people or so. And then the main term was home remodeling Pueblo. I think we've got all ones on that, if I remember correctly. You can see there's a discount on this right now too, because it's Black Friday. Yeah, and you can see covered basically the entire city of Pueblo, which again, 100,000 people. This was generating numerous leads a day until it got suspended. And again, it got suspended because it's not a real business, and I created it with a black hat method. Has nothing to do with what we taught here. So that is that. So if you want to get access to this guide, all the services, all the training in it, it's completely free. All you have to do is sign up for Legiit and go to the sidebar. And let me just zoom back out because you can't really see it when it's like that. And go to learn and just click right here and it'll all be in there. And of course, I'm going to drop the link for everybody to do. So completely free for you to follow, proven technique, proven strategy, all the services, all the training, everything you need to get results like this and this consistently in Google Maps. I wrote all of it myself. I vetted all the services. I've used all of them myself. I did it right here on the channel that I'm broadcasting this on as well. So if you want to rank in Google Maps, this is your free training. Most people would charge $9.97 or some crap for this. I did it because I'm a good person and I want you to use my platform. So those are the two reasons. So editor, you can go ahead and stop that here. Or, well, I guess that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Maybe you can just tweak that part out, but that kind of brings us to the end. I'll go ahead and take any questions now. Let me go back through. I saw a couple. Jacqueline says, I will definitely look at that guide. Thank you. I can't have a GBP profile in the US because I'm not based there. Will that make a big difference? So the white hat legal answer is you're correct, but there are ways to do it. So, but it doesn't matter. Wherever you're based, you know, you can do it there. But there are ways to get around it. Ali says maps. Alexis says, what's up? Paul, what's up, Paul? Good day, Chris. Good day. Good to see you again. So great blueprint, Chris. I can't use it on my US website, but I can on my UK. Yeah, I mean, you can use the organic part on both. And if you get yourself a GMB in the US, you can use that part on both as well. But yeah, exactly. I'm looking for Black Hat link building course. Who can help me find the best? The best course on link building that you're going to get is AMS. And this is a perfect time to join because next week, Greg Morrison, Gregory Ortiz, and myself are going to have an all. Oh, that's not right. Did I type it wrong? This motherfucker. Oh, 1 second. There we go. The Automation and Marketing Society. It's a school community hosted by myself, Gregory Ortiz, and Greg Morrison. You can visit it at the link in the chat or at superstarseo.com/AMS. We cover everything you need to start. You can start here. You got AI training, automation training, AI SEO or GEO training, whatever you want to call it. This is no longer there. Local SEO, which is basically the course version of what I just showed you. Organic SEO, which is Greg Morrison, who has taught tens of thousands of people how to do SEO and is a legend. Sales and agency, how to grow your sales and agency. Vibe coding, which is taught by myself as well. We got some webinar replays. We do a webinar every single week, although we're taking this week off because of the holiday. And then there's some top secret stuff that I can't show here live. So it's $197 a month, but it's worth every nickel. Everybody that's been in it has been super happy. Some of them are even on right now. So yes. So 2 good reasons. Okay. Thank you. Do you have someone to do a map audit? Have maps ranked great for years, but now have dropped? Yeah, I would hit up. Who would I hit up? Actually, I would just start with him. And if he can't help, then I can point you to some others. But shoot Rank Zenith here a message. And go from there. So I'll go ahead and. Why is it not? There we go. Put that in the chat. Yeah, check that out, Joanne, and I believe that's Joanne. And he should be able to help. You can also message me. I'd be happy to take a look. I think we may have discussed this a little bit, though, right? Dawn says, thanks for the share. Thank you, Don. Claire Lovely Hands says, hi, Chris. Didn't want to put my address into Google Business profile as my home address. Is that a big deal? You're not really supposed to use your home address. So there's that. It will make it harder. I'm not going to lie. Give you the link, please. I think I already did. If not, I'll share it again. VPD6771. I want to say that's Dan, if my memory serves. If not, let me know. Greg Morrison, top dude, absolutely great guy. I'm very, very pleased that I get to work with him after following him for years. Greg Morrison, OG, yes, sir. Dan, yes, you got to be impressed, right? Because your name does not give that away at all. Like, I just remembered that from your profile picture. Like, I'm flexing a little bit right now, and I'm not ashamed of it. All right, so yeah, that is what we have for you today. Very impressed. Thank you. This is free for everybody. It was, yeah, I mean, you can do that. It just, in my experience, it makes it harder because you can't really build out, I mean, your citations or anything like that. And it can still be done, but it is a handicap. I absolutely get why you don't want to put your home address on there, though, because when I started, my home address, technically, I guess it kind of is again, but my home address was for years our physical address, and I didn't have it on there as well. So, but it makes it harder to build the citations and all the other things that you need to really to dominate. So you just have to weigh, what's important and what isn't. Pizza is on the way for us. Awesome. You got 2 good reasons for building the course. I mean, oh yeah, totally. Thanks, Chris. Thank you, Joanne. I feel like I should know who you are, like your name too. But anyway, thank you. It was very important. Well, thank you. Okay, we'll use my address then. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Like, having said that, like in all the years that I had that, not once did somebody show up at my door. So, and I would get calls. So I think it's like, it just depends on the type of business you have. I'm guessing that you have, like, judging by the fact that you're lovely hands, assuming that's related to your business, you're maybe a chiropractor or massage therapist or something like that. I could be totally off base, but just judging by the fact that you say lovely hands, like you could be a hand model for all I know. But people might be more likely to show up. So just, weigh the cost, do a cost benefit in your head and just decide that way. All right. I've got about 10 minutes left. So what I want to do, virtual tours now. Oh, I see. I had a client show up at my door. He bought me a bottle of wine and some chocolate. Interesting. Hopefully his intentions with that were professional, because, no disrespect, but when I show up at a woman's door with wine and chocolate, I'm not looking for business. Anyway, I regret saying that. Let's go ahead and cover the Black Friday deals we have for you. Now, you'll notice here on a couple of things here on the site. Brittany, who works for us, accidentally sent out our coupon code that was supposed to just be for Black Friday early. It was supposed to just go internally, and it went out to. Okay, that's much better. I apologize for my mind going to that. Well, anyway, she sent out the coupon. We were supposed to be communicating internally, and it went out to our entire customer list and our entire freelancer list. So every service and course on Legiit is 15% off with coupon code LegitBF15. You can find our best deals by clicking this, I don't know, pop out or fly out or whatever you want to call it. And you can see that there's how much time is remaining. You can sort this by the biggest percentage savings, which I believe is the default. And it has all the different services and their associated coupons. And then you can also sort it by biggest money savings. In other words, the biggest number of dollars. So this one is $999 off, or no, $550 off. You can sort it by most popular. And this is just legit.com/promos. And then you can also sort it by ending, like it says most limited edition, but basically it means ending soon, or the least number left. So for example, this one only has 2 left. So you may want to jump on that because that's a good deal. But you can find that at legit.com/promos. You can also go to the Legit blog. And you'll find all of our Black Friday coupons here in a blog post format. In case you find that easier, you can see that they're organized by what they are, and it's just a text-based list. That's easier for some folks. By my good pal Amit. And then you can go over to Facebook. And go to the Legit official Facebook group. And you'll find a pinned post here with literally hundreds of services that are discounted along with their coupon code and all sorts of great deals. And this will continue to be updated through next Monday. You can also just look through the group. We're going to have posting open for our freelancers all week long until next Tuesday. And then you are going to get an obnoxious number of emails, broadcast messages, SMS, not SMS, but in-app messages, Facebook posts. You will not have trouble finding what we have going for you. So this is the most wonderful opportunity for customers to stock up on everything that they need for the rest of the year and so on. Oh, and I almost forgot, but I didn't forget. Starting on Friday, for every $100 you spend, we're going to credit you back $5 that you can spend on other things. So if you spend $100, message support, tell them, they'll verify it, and then they'll add $5 to your account that you can spend. So if you spend $1,000, that's like another $50 worth of stuff. So that really adds up fast. So be on the lookout for that. I need to promote that a little bit more. But there's that. And yeah, follow me. I will be doing live streams all day Friday. I'll give away some services. I'll buy some services. I'll highlight some services. I'm going to give away some pizza. That's a year-round tradition, or not year-round, an annual tradition that we have here at Legit. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I try to turn it into like a big festival type of experience. And it works out really well for our customers, for our freelancers, and for me, which is really what I care about. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to give you a lot of opportunity to save a lot of money, get some good shit, or if you're a freelancer, make yourself some money as well. So show up. Probably going to start tomorrow night. Tomorrow, for those of you for me, tomorrow is Thursday. And I'll be back tomorrow with another live stream because I'm here for you. I am thankful for all of you, and that's my way of showing my thanks, is being here with you. So let's see. Amit Rangzina says free day for 80% off audit services. Well, there you go, Joanne. That's exactly who I pointed you to. And he's got 80% off his audit service with the code free day, which still makes me think of the New Day, which is a wrestling group. But anyway, Jacqueline says looking forward to Friday and pizza. Jacqueline's saying she's going to bring home the W and win that pizza this year. Daoud says, hey, quick question. Last year, Cyber Monday and other deal percentages stayed up for almost a week in the Facebook group. Do you know if that's going to is Cyber Monday and other deal posting? I don't know what you mean by that. Like the posts don't go anywhere. As far as the coupons, it's kind of at the freelancer's discretion how long they want to offer them. So it's up to you. Sally, hello, Sally, says great training, Chris. Why, thank you, Sally. Always a pleasure to see you. All right, folks, we got right about 5 minutes left. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts. Any way I can make it easier for you to give me money, please let me know. I never want to miss an opportunity to take money from you in exchange for value, because that's how capitalism works. And I try to say that to sound funny, but also transparent. I'm in this to be as helpful as I possibly can. And the way I can be as helpful as I possibly can is to make as much money as I possibly can so I can reach more people and keep the flywheel spinning. So there's that. But anyway, let me just jump back on camera real quick. All right, folks. Yeah. Let me know if there's any last minute stuff, or we will wrap up here in a second. And again, just go over to legiit.com/dashboard/learn, I believe. No, dashboard/guides. And you'll find the guide that I highlighted today, which I might go through again tomorrow. If you want to join me on Thanksgiving Day, I'll put that in the chat for you. But just follow that, implement it, and watch the rankings take off just like they did here. Well, where is it? Here, and some others that I can't show because they'll get suspended. All right, 5 minutes remain. Anything else I can answer for you, help you with? We still have got 31 people watching, which is fantastic. I appreciate the attention. I know you have the option of giving anybody in the world your attention, and that you gave it a little bit of it to me. That's something I will never take for granted, and I will always appreciate. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I am out of breath. Let me show my stuff because that's going to be more likely for you to give me money. Yeah, that's something I'm finding recently, Joanne, is that it just doesn't do a lot of good to offer informational posts. So just go for the kiss, you know what I mean? And that's probably not a good analogy, but just go for the ask. And instead of like, here's 12 useful tips on how to whatever. Divesto says, thanks, Chris. Thank you. I hope to see you inside AMS. Remember, it's superstarseo.com/AMS. Is Google okay with mobile number only? As long as it's a real number, yes. Because frankly, most people just don't have that. Matter of fact, I don't know why, but I was looking into this recently, and apparently 97% of American households have a cell phone and 83% have a smartphone. I can't imagine any other technology except for maybe the TV that has that deep of a market penetration. And apparently only like 23% still have a landline at home. Again, I don't know what encouraged me to look into that, but I'm weird. So if you like trainings like this, you need to check out AMS because there's even more secret sauce in there. The coaches, training, and community is top notch. Thank you so much for saying that, Sally. You are a value to our community as well. We are very fortunate to have you. And I am going to bring that up and screenshot it. So, and let me get my mug off the screen. So thank you for saying that. You have been an absolute joy to have in there, and we are doing our best to make it the best community possible. And be sure to join us on our all three hands on deck webinar next week. I want to say it's on the 4th. I can't remember exactly though. Sorry, I'm just saving those screenshots. All right, I think that's going to do it for today. I will be back tomorrow, even though it is Thanksgiving. I am here for you because, well, frankly, I don't have anything else to do. And plus, you are who I am thankful for. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions on Instagram. I forgot all about that. I'm going to guess that I didn't, but let me just find it real quick. I have too many tabs open. I always start the day with one and end up with a gazillion. Oh, for fuck's sake. There it is. Can you please highlight our plugin to SEO repair kit? And we are offering lifetime and $100. Sorry about that. Didn't see it in time. Rang Zenith says, great work, Chris. Appreciate it. Jacqueline says, see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Jacqueline. I guess because it's not a heat today. A holiday for you. I lost my Facebook control for too much comment. Oh, Sorry. Thanks for this. I didn't know the guides existed. Well, that's something I'm working on. Is I haven't done a great job at highlighting some of this cool stuff that we have. So that's thank you for that feedback. Thanks, Chris. Thank you, Claire. All right, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. If I don't see you, if I do see you, also happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you. I will see you again soon. But until then, figure out what you want out of life and go out and get it, because you owe it to yourself, but you also owe it to the world to be the best version of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace.